So, one last thing real quick. Because I did leave this out, and I didn't really want to sit there and talk about it because Anna is not my favorite character. But for the Anna fans, so, just a real quick recap. I feel like Anna is just pushing this whole marriage so hard. I've never seen a woman more desperate to marry someone in my entire life. But they had this idea of including Violet into the ceremony, and Violet was like, nah, I'm good. I already have a mom. I don't need another one. And so, everyone, Anna's kind of heard about it, whatever. And then they have this whole full house moment with Finn and Violet. And then at the end, everything's all settled. But I don't know. Again, I'm not a fan of Anna. I'm really not. And it's hard for me to be a fan of her because, she is. I get the fact that she feels guilty. She feels guilty about this whole thing with Peter and abandoning him and everything like that. And she's trying to make up for lost time. But, all that stuff is very circumstantial. But she's willing to ride that train. And my whole thing's like, yo, listen, here's the thing. If you want to ride that train, that's fine. But don't sit there and try to throw other people aboard your fucking crazy train. Okay, when she had the audacity to sit there and try to corner Spinelli and try to emotionally guilt Jason into believing her bullshit fucking tale, I was done. Let's be honest. I was done a while ago with her. But, now this whole, well, let's everyone try to, here's the thing. She comes out her mouth and she's like, I get that you don't like Peter, but let's just try to get along with him. Why? Why should I actually have to try to get along with your son just because he's your son? Everyone on the fucking planet should sit there and try to get along with Peter because he's your son? No. Sweetheart, that's not how things work. We're grown ass adults and we make our own choices. And if I decide I don't want to actually get along with your son, that's my choice. And that's one of the two main fucking problems that I'm actually having with her. Is that she's trying to force everyone to get along with Peter. And that's just not how things work. That's not how things work. And she is so like, so when are we going to set a date? When are we going to set a date? We're going to set a date, right? I mean, we got a date, right? All right, so just to cement this date, how about we get your daughter in on this? This way you just can't back out because that's what it really comes down to. She is trying to rush this man to the altar so fast. It's just. So, yeah, I wasn't even going to include it in today's recap, but I was like, you know what? I know that there are fans of Anna. God bless your hearts. I can't jump on board with her. I can't jump on board with her because she tries to manipulate people into her will. And the problem is she tried to manipulate Jason on Robin's friendship. Like, well, do it. If you're not going to do it for me, do it for Robin. Really? Really? That's where you want to go at. You want to use your own child for emotional blackmail so that way he could be nice to your other child. Okay. So yeah, in conclusion, I don't really like her, but and honestly, tell you the truth, to be honest, her role in today's episode really wasn't that important. It was more fluff. Which is, I get it. There's a main story, there's a side story, there's padding. And her shit was, I mean, it was a side story. It wasn't fluff, but it wasn't my favorite shit. But it's, for the people who like Anna, that's cool. I'm just not on board with that woman. I don't know if I ever will be on board with her. I don't think I'm ever going to be on board with Nina, if we're going to be fucking honest. At least, well, okay, my whole thing is I haven't been on board with Nina since she was pretty much okay with Charlotte bullying Aiden and trying to get Miss Tate fired. And every time she comes out of her mouth and sits there and says, well, me and Willow had our problems before. It's like, no, bitch, you and Willow didn't actually have your problems. You had a problem with her. And the fact that she wasn't going to let your stepdaughter bully people just because she was your stepdaughter. Whenever she says that, it just irritates the shit out of me. I can't speak for anyone else, but it irritates the living fuck out of me Whenever she sits there and says, well, me and her have had our problems before. We had our difficulties. No, bitch. No. No. Stop trying to minimize it. And stop trying to make it seem like you're on equal footing with your problems with her. Okay? You came across as a diva. You came across as somebody who wanted her child. You felt like your child was better than everybody else's child. And, you know, rather she bullies them or not, it's not that big of a deal. According to her, there's nothing wrong with a little teasing. I can't believe she actually said that shit. I'm getting off track. And my fucking blood is starting to boil. So, in conclusion, those are just some of the characters. I mean, granted, I'm never going to be on board with Anna, but I tolerate her for the show. But to be honest, whenever she's on, I'm just mostly looking at my damn phone, going on social media because, yeah, I just can't. I mean, granted, I can still listen and hear what she's saying. It's just like, seriously, this bitch again? Like, and I'm gonna try to refrain from using the B word because I know that if there are women that's watching this and you are offended by that word, I do apologize to an extent, but sometimes my anger does get the best of me and it just, yeah. But, anyway, sorry for the part 2 of this video, but, yeah, like, subscribe. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. I do these reviews, well, do these recaps, let's be honest. Not sort of reviews, mostly recaps. Brock TV does his whole recap from start to finish in a very organized order. I'm more of a recap guy, but to be honest, I don't think that a lot of people watch. I don't think that a lot of people actually watch the show every day because it's just too much. I mean, 5 days a week, as much as I love new episodes, which is great, it's also kind of draining to some extent, you know? Anyway, thanks for watching the video. Thanks for liking the video if you did like it. Thanks for commenting. If you did comment, please comment. It's starting to sound like fucking Lucy. Anyway, have a good day or good night depending on when you're watching this, and be safe, and I will see you in the next recap.